Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have the tasty and confusing Nashi pear, Pyrus pyrifolia. Maybe one of the tastiest pears, but there is a lot of confusion with this pear, as I already said. Well, for one thing, a lot of people think it's a pear-apple hybrid, because here in the West we are used to pear-shaped pears. Well, the Nashi is definitely more apple-shaped. There is nothing of a pear shape about those fruit. Well, unfortunately there is no other pear tree nearby to compare the pear in the apple shape. Well, a lot of people think this is a hybrid of the genus Pyrus and the genus Malus. That's not true, it's a true Pyrus. It's Pyrus pyrifolia, the pear-leafed pear. Well, nice big leaves. Leaves and branches look a little bit different than the Pyrus communis we are used to in the West. Well, and the confusion continues. This thing is called Asian pear, yeah, that's correct. Then it's also called Chinese pear, Taiwanese pear, Korean pear, Japanese pear. Well, yeah, it's being cultivated in all those countries. Let's start at the beginning. It originates from China. In China, there is the variety sylvestris with small leaves and fruit which are about 2 to 2.5 centimeters in diameter. About 1 inch in diameter. And from this, first the Chinese and other Asian nations have cultivated a lot of cultivars. In Japan alone, there are 1,200 cultivars of Nashi pear. And Nashi in Japanese just means pear, so Nashi pear just means pear. By the way, this thing is also called the pear apple or the papal. Yeah, and then we're wondering why people think it's a pear apple hybrid. It just looks like an apple. Well, you might have seen that I have a Nashi pear here in my hand, which looks very different from those on the tree. Well, on the left one, this should be a green variety. Well, on the right, it's a russet variety. Well, I've never seen really green Nashi pears, but the funny thing is, all Nashis we have here in the supermarkets are of this yellowish ivory color. Well, all Nashi trees which grow in Germany, which I have seen, have fruit of this nice copper color. It seems that this fruit here, those varieties grow better in warmer climates. I don't know if anybody has ever tried to grow those Nashi pears in Germany, but I've never seen them. However, trees like this you see from time to time. Okay, now, well, let's look at them. This one is almost donut-like. Definitely not. Well, there are a couple pears with similar shape even in the West, but it's not so typical. And this one is clearly apple-like. So let's try them. First, let's try the Nashi from the supermarket. Crunchy and juicy. Not too sweet. Definitely picked underripe. Also not too tender. Definitely picked underripe. They're great to eat out of hand because they're so crunchy and juicy. They don't last very long except when they are picked a bit underripe. And also they are not so good for all those pies and jams and so on. Yeah, because they have less flavor and less sweetness than Western pears on average. And good thing about Nashis is they are crunchy and juicy. This one is not crunchy. Not crunchy at all. It's more tough. But it's sweet and aromatic, and with the flavor of a good whiskey. How come? Is it fermenting somewhere? No. Strange. Normally, fruit tastes like alcohol. When they're fermenting, but this one is still good. Let's try a very ripe one, which I collected from the ground. No. Phew, not so good. Much tougher, no sweetness, no flavor. I guess this one probably fell to the ground very early and ripened forcefully. Let's see, this one I also found on the ground. It's okay, but nothing special. This just came off the tree. Not completely ripe, but this one is very delicious. This alcoholic whiskey-like, cognac-like taste. I like that a little bit is rotten near the seeds, but shouldn't be enough to produce such a flavor. Up there seem to be a couple ripish ones, even a couple which are pierced by flies and started rotting. But down here, I see nothing worth trying. Maybe this one. Okay, this one was attacked by some insect. This one is crunchy. Yeah. But not very sweet or very aromatic. And those Nashis are becoming more and more enigmatic. Okay, that the other one, that the one from the supermarket, which is a different variety, even a different group of varieties, that it should taste different, yeah, that's logical, but that all those other ones taste different, well, here, another one which is bad. This one is crunchy, but still has some remnant of the some trace of this whiskey taste. I must say that without, this whiskey cognac taste is very good, but since not all fruit have it, I think maybe it's not an integral part of this variety. And without this taste, I think I like the supermarket variety better if I find the well-ripened fruit, because this one was not well-ripened. Very interesting. Now, folks, what do you think about the Nashi pear? Pyrus pyrifolia. Well, the letter name is Pyrus pyrifolia, and the vernacular name Nashi pear is basically pear. By the way, it almost seems it was grafted on quince. It's quite common around here. There are pear varieties which are being commonly grafted on quince. Hey, what do you think about the Nashi pear, folks? This whiskey taste, is it typical for some Nashi varieties, or was this fruit rotting despite not looking so rotten? Well, folks, this was the enigmatic Nashi pear from East Asia. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos of strange and mysterious fruit. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.